Yasas, kalispera. Good afternoon, my dear friends. I'm Elena, and you're watching Made with Yiayia. Today, I'm going to show you an absolutely delicious breakfast idea. The first time we tried this was when we were visiting our kids out in Calgary. It was absolutely delicious. Now, when they came to visit us here, my daughter-in-law showed me another little trick of how to do it. So I'm going to incorporate all these ideas together and I'm going to show you this delicious breakfast burrito. Yum! I cannot wait to taste this at the end. So I'm going to go grab all the ingredients and let's get started. Oppa! So for this breakfast burrito, I always love to incorporate vegetables. The ones that I have been using is mushroom, onion, and pepper. So I like to cut these nice and small, and then I'll show you what we're going to do when we get to the other side. Now, of course, I'm making a family size. So I'm actually using 8 eggs that I'm going to beat. So if you are just making for 2 people or a smaller, family of 3 or 4, then you can tweak it according to the measurements that you want. But for mine, I'm going to be using 5 mushrooms, 1 onion, so I cut them fairly small. And 1 pepper. I always like to incorporate color. This time I had orange, but if I had red, I could use red. But it's always the colored ones, so red, orange, or yellow. It gives such beautiful flavor, and these peppers tend to be more sweet. Here I have my 8 eggs. I'm just going to give them a little bit of a beat. Break the yolks. That way they're ready. And salt and pepper to taste. So now we're going to head over to the stove and start putting this all together. So I've added about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil to my pan. I have my heat at medium-high. I'm going to add all our delicious vegetables. And if you've been following me a while, anytime I saute any type of vegetables, I always add my delicious Greek oregano. It gives amazing flavor. So I'm doing 1 teaspoon of the oregano, a dash of salt, some fresh ground pepper. And we're just going to saute these for about a minute. We don't need too much. We just want to soften them up a little bit and allow all these beautiful flavors to just come through. While all this is happening, I am doing that quick method for the bacon that I showed you last week. So it's starting to smell amazing. I do have the link at the end of the video for how to make that delicious, crispy, much healthier version bacon by baking it in the oven. So feel free to hit that link and check it out. Now I'm just going to add the 8 eggs. Always when you're making an omelet and you put the eggs in, stir your vegetables. You don't want them to stay at the bottom. I want it to be incorporated in the actual omelet. And that's it. This part is ready for now. We're gonna head over to the counter and start putting things together. Oh, look at all that steam. So I cut up about 8 strips of bacon. I basically do 1 piece of bacon to 1 egg. So since I did 8 eggs, I tried to incorporate that much bacon. When I first had this, we did the actual strips. I just cut them in half and kind of put them on top, as you'll see when I'm putting it together. But my daughter-in-law showed us last time that cutting it in pieces is actually a better idea because it's all incorporated in and it can't really fall out. So I like using the large size tortillas. We're going to put a nice scoop in the middle of our eggs and bacon and vegetables. And then some shredded marbled cheese is our favorite. Yep, we like this Frank's red hot sauce, red hot sauce. Sprinkle a little bit over it. This is how we close it up. On 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of like that. So I'm going to keep making these and I'm going to show you the final step. And there they are. So now we're going to head back over to the stove, do one more final crunching up of the tortilla, and then it's going to be ready for the tasting. So I'm going to meet you back there. So all I did was just wipe it gently with a paper towel, just to get all the little egg crumbs type things out. We're not adding any oil or anything to the pan. All we're going to do is on medium-high heat, we're going to add the breakfast burrito little pouches in. As you can see, they're not perfect, but they're going to be very delicious going in our tummies. So about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. Like I always say, all stoves differ, so the burners do also. So check, make sure as you're going, you don't want to burn them. Lift it up a little bit, and if it needs a little bit more, just keep going. But usually about 30 seconds to a minute. And here they are. They look beautiful. So I got 6 out of them, and then I did save some for my 2 family members that have gluten allergies. So let's cut into this and give it a try. Crunch, crunch. Look at that. Beautiful. Just enough filling to enjoy. Delicious. Please, my dear friends, give it a try. You and your family will absolutely love it. Do your bacon earlier, have it in the oven, put this together while that's cooking, then incorporate everything. Man, it's so good and your family will love it. Again, I'm Elena and you've been watching Made with Yiayia. Opa!